The term lawyer is often interchangeably used to describe solicitors, barristers, and even other legal professions, such as paralegals, legal executives, and many, many more. But today, we're going to be looking at exactly what is the difference between a solicitor and a barrister, so stay tuned. A lawyer is a general term for anyone that practices in the legal industry. So believe it or not, if you're a paralegal, you're actually a lawyer. Now there are three types of qualified lawyers. There's solicitors, there's barristers, and there's chartered legal executives. The best way to identify and differentiate between a solicitor and a barrister is that think of a solicitor as being largely office-based, drafting the legal documents in a transaction or dispute, and barristers are largely court-based, speaking and advocating in court on behalf of a client. A solicitor is a qualified legal practitioner that is responsible for advising on preparing and negotiating legal documents. The work of a solicitor can be split into two categories. There's contentious, which is the litigious work and involves resolving disputes between two or more parties, and then there's non-contentious. Now this is the type of work that is largely transactional based and involves drafting and negotiating legal documents to get a common end result, i.e. the legal work in buying a house or a company merger. Generally, solicitors, they will meet clients, they will provide legal advice, draft and negotiate legal documents, and research and interpret points of law. A barrister is a qualified legal professional that specializes in a specific area of law and practices advocacy. A barrister will provide specialist legal advice and will advocate in court on behalf of a client. The area of law a barrister specializes in will dictate how often they advocate in the courtroom. Barristers tend to be self-employed and affiliated with the chambers, which they share with other self-employed barristers. It can be really tough deciding what professional route to go down in the legal industry. Both routes are competitive in their own way. Barristers, in order to practice, will need to obtain tenancy at a chambers, but will be responsible for their own income. Being self-employed also has various advantages, such as taking holidays whenever you want, working whenever you want, not having to answer to anybody, and having lots of freedom. But the disadvantages are you never know how much money you'll make, and you don't get paid for holidays and sick leave. Solicitors, they will generally work in a law firm, but they can also be self-employed consultants, or they can be in-house employees and work in the in-house legal team of a business. A solicitor can obtain a right of audience, which means they can advocate in court like a barrister. Being a solicitor advocate is a nice in-between if you want to do a bit of both.